Hey there everybody, and welcome back. This is your host Pagawiggy. I've decided to make this video in response to the video posted by General Sam recently called Mordhau Won't Last. While the video he made is very good, and I also suggest taking a look, for the most part I believe it cast a negative sentiment over what Mordhau may be destined to become. In the video, Sam compares Mordhau to chivalry and indicates that he believes as time progresses, the game's community will falter and support for the game will diminish as the better members of the community utilize tactics that make the game unfun to play for casual players. For example, he highlights how the ballerina-like movements in chivalry led to the game being less about the fun of fighting in a medieval setting and more about focusing on learning these absurd movements. In regards to some of his points, he is right. If you get Mordhau right now, you're in for a blast. As right now, it will be easier for you to have fun because most people have not mastered the complex controls Mordhau has to offer. But I think the concept that Mordhau may take the same route as chivalry and die because of issues regarding awkward movements, a hard learning curve, and lack of support and listening to the community are unlikely to happen with Mordhau. This is because, thus far, since the alpha began, the developers have implemented a number of changes to improve the balancing of the game, and a number of features are already implemented that prevent spamming absurd movements. In Mordhau, there is a sensitivity lock that occurs and limits all players to the same value. This alone will help prevent some of the wonkiness that occurred throughout many of our plays of chivalry. Furthermore, I have played since the game first launched in alpha about a year ago, and the amount of progress that I have witnessed so far is honestly staggering. Considering that the general population of the game during the alpha phase was a few thousand people, the developers spent a substantial amount of time responding to the feedback from the community and improved a number of issues. While I believe that it's true that Mordhau will end up getting more difficult as time progresses, I don't believe it will bar casual players from play as much as Chivalry did. Don't get me wrong, Mordhau will always be a skill-based game, and those who mastered the skills needed to become great at the game will feel right at home, but because of the various systems already implemented in the game, I highly doubt this will be the case. For example, unlike Chivalry, there are a number of game modes and a matchmaking system already implemented to make the game easily accessible. You still have your server browsers, but for someone who just wants to get into a game, the option is there. The frontline game mode will probably be the greatest asset to allowing casual players to have a great time in Mordhau for years to come. This is because the enormity of the battles you partake in mean that logistically speaking you have better odds. As a more adept player of Mordhau than most, I often shred through my opponents with ease. In front lines, it becomes a more even playing field as my skill is drowned out by the sheer volume of enemies I have to fight. Don't get me wrong, I can tear it up in front line, but because of the sheer scale of things, everyone can still have fun and find their niche, and even people like me end up getting owned occasionally. In regards to those who love skill-based games and competitive gameplay, Mordhau has unpaired offerings. The time to master the controls and movements in Mordhau are very similar to learning a game like CSGO. For example, when I first began playing the game after only briefly playing Chivalry and the pre-alpha for Mordhau, I was atrocious. But after about 50 hours of learning the ropes, I was able to hold my own against what I considered most average players. Finally, now that I have about 200 hours in Mordhau, I would consider myself an adept player. While I am certainly not the best, I am able to consistently beat players that I would deem average. For this reason alone, Mordhau has become my favorite game to play. In conclusion, I think Mordhau is here to stay, and I hope more people embrace the competitive aspects the game has to offer and spawn something great out of it. While it is a hard game to master, it has plenty to offer for casual players and the competitive player alike. A competitive player will always be able to hone their skills and be one of the best on the battlefield, but that trolly noob that just wants to bow you in the ass will always be able to have his fun too. Keep showing your support for the game, and don't forget to give the developers feedback. If we want this game to be great and keep growing, we have to support it. Well, thanks for watching everybody, and I hope you got something from our discussion. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this and guides related to Mordhau, Tarkov, and various other competitive games. The next part of the video is going to be a small update for my channel, so stay tuned if you want to know about the upcoming videos. Coming this weekend will be the next installment in our Weapons of Mordhau series, the Halberd. The next video for this week, however, will be an in-depth look at chambering. In response to the feedback from my last chambering video, I have decided to make a better guide, highlighting my discussion with specific video examples for me playing the game. In addition, I am working on various other guides and a top 5 plays video with a longsword, so stay tuned for that as well. Well, that's it everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave any comments below with special requests like what you want to see in the next video or anything else. Request with the number 8893 starting at the beginning of your comment will be given extra consideration for the next set of videos. Thank you all so much and enjoy watching the rest of the gameplay. I'll see you in the next video.
We need to get those archers fast. God damn it. I'm dead. What? Holy shit. That Halberd is just fucking stupid. No, it was OP and yeah. It literally has the best stab because it has that length and it has the best damage. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, it's slower, but yeah. That's not true. Anyone, I can do really good with the Halberd.
So there was this teammate that kept on doing the respect thing on me, and then he ran off into battle, and I hit him with the catapult.
Nice. Let's go kill those archers.
Oh no.
Oh, I got killed by his Y. Behind me. Yeah. Oh, you got killed by the same. I'm sorry, what?
You should try the catapult.
Did you get it caught that while me and you were riding beside each other, killing people? That would be an interesting take.
I have a good spot to hit with the catapult right now. I just hope the cart does not move up and hit its teammates. I keep killing Kirby. This spot is great. Okay, this catapult spot is great.
That damage on that thing is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. The Halberd is fucking stupid. told you, like, when you were fucking with the Bardisha, that the Halberd was the best weapon.
I don't know how I'm getting 1 damage to the catapult.
So you want to cook? Did you guys actually cook out the other day? Oh well.
We got all the stuff we
Oh no.
God damn the Halberd. Oh, you were in there. I don't think I've ever actually gotten into the place. You know what I mean?
Stole my catapult.
I'm picking up his Y. I'm going to kill someone with a halberd, take their halberd, and just fucking kill everyone.
They're trying to kill me on the catapult. I didn't kill you. I didn't kill you. I killed 2 enemies.
It said you got killed by a person. Oh. No, it wasn't him. There's like some kind of automatic thing that goes on. You know what I mean?
You're gonna die anyways. Get over it.
Hmm?
Should I shoot you now with a catapult? Where are the enemies? I'm not hitting anybody anymore.
Alright, because they don't want to stand in the spot where they keep dying. God
There
damn
we-
it, Zero. You fucking asshole.
How did you get over there that fast?
I should have threw my pommel at you.
I've killed so many of the catapult.